And we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Horizen Weekly Insider number 102. Today is August the 30th, 2021. Thanks for joining us live here on Discord and YouTube as every week. And please be aware that this call is being recorded and will also be available for you to check out later in our Horizen podcast in case that you missed our updates right now. Also, please remember to ask your questions on Menti while we're having this call so the team can help answer your questions at the end. Let's kick it off right away with our first update from the engineering department. I'll welcome Alberto.
Thank you, Angie, and hello, everybody. Okay, so regarding last week, we continued working on supporting the testing of the upcoming release on testnet, and we were able to perform the final code review and merge 5 pull requests on the Zendu repository. And we completed also the implementation and the first round of code review of other 2 activities. And the first one consisted in adding the return address to the forward transfers, which was previously missing. So this is an address that if the forward transfer cannot happen for any reason, this is the address where the user will receive back on main chain the money that was supposed to be transferred to the sidechain. And the other change consisted in adding the constant for C's sidechain withdrawal in the sidechain creation output. So some sidechain could have in the sidechain creation output a constant that is used, for example, in one case we used it for if the certificate can be issued by a set of signers, the constant can be seen as the Merkle root of the Merkle tree containing the public keys of the possible signers. And so this is used during certificate validation, but also if you think in the situation where the sidechain is seized and a user wants to withdraw his coins from the seized sidechain, the proof must be able to access this constant. And so this was another thing that was missing, and we added it. Okay, finally, we completed the final code review of the PR, which contains the increase of the block size, and not only the block size increase, but also the part that is, reserved for certificates. Some changes were requested, and they are currently being addressed, but nothing, much. With a limited effort. So. Okay, then we were also able to perform the review of the tech specification for our partners who will need to upgrade their existing integrations with us when we will go live with Zendu. So we are currently carrying out some checks on the RPC calls that were changed from Zendu to Zendu, and we will update the document accordingly. Also, to provide evidence to the partners about what are the outputs that maybe have changed, and so what are the impacts for them, and let them identify, easily what do they have to do if they have to do something. Always related to this, we are currently also supporting the product team for the Block Explorer release needed for Zendu. So, considering the tight deadline, we decided to work on the undersea indexing branch of the Zendu code base. So, if you remember, in currently the Explorer in Zendu is using a specific address indexing branch, and where it keeps track of, the additional data structures that are needed for the Block Explorer. The final Block Explorer for Zendu, because for the introduction of the sidechain and also for scalability purposes, uses, a totally different, approach. But given the tight deadline, we will proceed with a double path. One is for sure to proceed. The product team will proceed with the Block Explorer. The final release that is not indexing the code, the data using Zendu, but In parallel, we will also update again the address indexing branch, to lower a little bit the risk considering the tight deadline. And so we will have a first release of the Explorer that is compatible with the previous version, but without sidechain specific comments. But while the new version of the Explorer will be finalized in parallel. But I mean, probably product team will add something more on this topic. Then about the Darling paper, which we published last month, we have finalized the second version, which includes the proof section. It will undergo final review and it will be published in the next few days. Okay, last thing is concerns the ZK audit chain, where we are proceeding with the changes on the secret requested during code review. So probably should be all. So back to you, Angie.
Thank you so much, Alberto, for the engineering updates. Now let's welcome Lucy for the marketing section.
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. So last week we announced our partnership with Dash. Dash, I'm sure a lot of people know about them very well. They're a leading blockchain project that focuses on crypto payments and e-commerce. Horizen Labs and Dash are going to work together to build the first ever reward marketing blockchain on the Horizen Zendu platform. So this blockchain will reward users for participating in activities that can help drive mainstream adoption of cryptocurrency, as well as Dash ecosystem growth and engagement. So these things are like, they can do things like help merchant onboard crypto as method of payments, promote the use of crypto when doing shopping. So through this marketing blockchain, users who perform these types of promotional activities will be incentivized. And after completing the proof of concept, then we will improve and expand this reward marketing solution to include new functionalities and incentive models. For example, we will extend the solution to reward promotional activities on the mainstream social media platforms. So ultimately, we will expand the reward marketing solution to develop a completely decentralized system with privacy preserving features using zero knowledge proofs and automated reward distribution. And then the plan is to open the system up for any company or project to develop their own reward marketing programs on Horizen. So please check out the announcement on our newsroom for details, and we will also plan a live AMA with the Dash team. So please stay tuned. And on the topics of AMAs, we hosted an AMA last week with Rob, our co-founder and team lead, and also Dan Weinberger, the CEO of Morphis Network. So a few weeks ago, we announced our partnership with Morphis Network, and we will work together to integrate blockchain and provide zero-knowledge-based privacy technologies into supply chain. We will build a blockchain to act as a notarization layer to automatically record each step in a supply chain process while keeping the sensitive information secure and private. So last week's AMA addressed a lot of community questions about this partnership. So if you missed it, you can check out the replay on our YouTube channel. And also, Vano from our BD team was invited to an AMA in Bitcoin.com Telegram community group. The recap is also available on their blog. Vano will also represent the Horizen team in another AMA this Friday with Swap Zone on their YouTube channel. So the time is this Friday at 10 a.m. UTC. So that's 6 a.m. Eastern time. Please stay tuned and head to their YouTube channel when the AMA happens and provide some community support for Vano. That's it from me, but I think Erica has some updates about the ambassador program. Erica?
Hey everyone, happy Monday.
So today I'm glad to welcome back Mohamed Yakubu of Ghana back to our ambassador program. A lot of you may know him from being part of the community over the last few years. He primarily focuses on spreading crypto adoption and educating his local community through meetups and onboarding local merchants to accept send payments. However, during COVID, he's going to be changing his focus a little bit to create content and spread the word of Horizen and crypto adoption through other mediums such as educational articles and videos. So I'm just really glad to welcome you back again, Mohammed. We're super excited to work with you again. And for anybody listening, if you would like to join the Horizen Ambassador Program, just please check out our page, horizen.io/ambassadors, and apply. Thanks. Have a good week, everyone.
Thank you, Lucy and Erica, for the marketing and community updates. Now let's continue with Zane for the product and engineering department updates. Welcome, Zane.
Thanks, Angie. And hey, everyone. We in product engineering, we're focused on supporting the upcoming Zendu launch. As Alberto mentioned earlier in the call, it is around partner integrations that we're focused on in terms of making sure that things are compatible in terms of exchanges, wallets, payment providers, and we'll be making changes to the Block Explorer and our JavaScript library as appropriate. In terms of our sidechain partners, we're continuing work with Celsius for ZK audit in our 2 milestones, milestone 2 and milestone 3. And really excited about what Lucy mentioned with Dash and doing some work there as well. I'd also like to introduce a couple of really incredible and seasoned engineers who've joined our team, Tomas and Carlos. So I'm going to pass the mic over to them for a quick introduction.
Hello all, pleased to meet you. I'm Tomas and I'm a lead backend developer. I have worked on finance, communication, e-commerce and transportation projects so far. I have some experience with several programming languages and really looking forward to get to know all of you and learn all I can from your vast knowledge in blockchain. And it's awesome to be part of the team.
Hello, everyone. I'm Carlos. I'm a front-end developer based in the Canary Islands in Spain. And I've been working for a lot of projects ranging from finances to e-commerce and a lot of stuff. And yeah, looking forward to start working on the Block Explorer project, and so excited to join the blockchain ecosystem. Nice to meet you all.
Thanks, Carlos and Tomas. Super excited to have you. And I'm going to pass it back to you, Angie.
Thank you, Zane. And now let's welcome Dean. He will be providing us the leadership updates today, and the whole team will try to answer also your questions for the Q&A session. Welcome, Dean.
Thanks, Angie. So before anybody panics, I'm just filling in for Rob because he's on a well-deserved vacation. So nothing to worry about. It will usually be Rob doing this. I actually thought today would be a good opportunity with Rob not on the call and not managing this part of the call for us to actually talk a little bit about Rob, because we're so used to him sharing with the community and the team about all the things that we do. It's very unusual for him to get any recognition. And I think probably everybody on this call who knows Rob would agree that he deserves a lot of recognition. So I just wanted to start, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about Dash because I'm personally very excited about that one. But I do want to start by giving everybody a recap on Rob. In case you don't know Rob Viglione, I'm going to give you a little bit of his origin story. And I think, it's the entire project and everything that we do has been shaped in part by Rob and his background. And so Background on Rob, he started as a U.S. Air Force physicist, turned what we call mercenary mathematician, which means he was a military contractor in Afghanistan embedded with U.S. Special Forces, helping them run algorithms in combat zones. So, super interesting work, and maybe one day Rob can share a little bit more about what he did. But it was in his time in Afghanistan where he really learned about Bitcoin and became passionate about Bitcoin. And from his experience as a mercenary mathematician, his love for Bitcoin, he transitioned that into a PhD in finance. So Rob, started as a physicist, military contractor, now a PhD in finance. In 2017, obviously, he and Rolf were the co-founders of Horizen. And it's a credit and a testament to where we're at today. Well, both Rob and Rolf get a tremendous amount of credit. Rob, I'll say this about Rob. I've worked with many CEOs in my career, and Rob is by far the best CEO that I've ever worked for. And I think for our project, he gives incredible leadership and vision. And if it weren't for him, we wouldn't be where we are today. And so just wanted to give a little shout out to Rob. Hopefully he's not listening to this live. He's enjoying himself. I'll also say this. There's a Shakespeare quote, I think it's Shakespeare. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. And what that means is that, when you're in charge, there's a lot of pressure and responsibility on you. And I can say that Rob takes that responsibility incredibly personally. And so, everything that we do, Rob has done 10, 15 times in his head. And every success, every failure, he incorporates as his own. And so just wanted to share that with the team, because sometimes it's easy to take a CEO for granted, and certainly hope that we don't do that, and that Rob knows that we appreciate him and all of his efforts. Okay.
This is Rolf. Can I just jump in real quick on something?
Sure.
That was a great origin story about Rob. I just want to say that after we started and got things going, Rob and I had a discussion, and we're like, we got to have one leader who's willing to put all his time and effort and ability and creativity into doing everything possible for Horizen. And Rob said, I want to be that guy. And I said, that's wonderful. I will support you 100%. I am so happy that you're willing to take on that responsibility and work and everything else. And I've just been, like you, astounded and very pleased how very good and creative that Rob is in his role as a CEO of Horizen Labs, as the team lead for Horizen. So I just wanted to add that on. Thank you.
Thanks, Rolf. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, obviously, and so hopefully Rob is listening to this one day and blushing. Okay, but quickly, I know we have. I'm also going to try to end this call on time, which would be nice. But before I do, I really want to just give a special shout out for Dash. So it's really easy to take an announcement like that for granted. So we have a tweet that goes out, a blog post, some AMAs, and that's it. But I just want to reiterate the amount of work that went into making this partnership happen was really extraordinary. And it took the entire org to make it happen. It just didn't happen by accident. It didn't happen by luck, and it didn't happen overnight. We've been working with Dash for probably a year and a half, maybe longer. We worked through almost every department in our org. So from BD, to product, to engineering, to marketing. Everybody has had a hand in making this happen. And so I just want to reiterate that because it's really easy to say, oh, partnership with Dash, why don't we have more of those? But what this announcement represents is, a year and a half of org building and teamwork. So really proud of everyone that participated in that and really excited to see that one go live one day. And with that, I'll stop it here. And Angie, maybe we could go through the questions.
Of course. Thank you, Dean. Thank you so much for that recap. And I'm sure that Rob will be very happy to hear all of this. And thank you as well for the community members for contributing with their questions. So let's see, we have our top 3. The first one is, do you have any news when Zen will be available in Celsius network?
Okay, I'll take that. I see Vano has responded in the chat, but so no, we don't know when Zen will be available in Celsius. The obstacle that we found is that Celsius uses a particular custodian that has not yet integrated Zen into their software. And so as soon as Zen is integrated into the platform, Celsius is prepared to list us and offer rewards. Unfortunately, it's been very difficult for us to get Zen listed on that platform. We're trying, believe me, that's like really number 1 on our to-do list after Coinbase maybe. So maybe it's number 2 on our to-do list on the BD side. And we're trying. But unfortunately, there is no date for that because we're still, having conversations with them that haven't resulted in a final date.
Thank you, Dean. The second question is, when we will see which VC companies are participating in funding projects built on Horizen, and maybe an idea of when will that start?
Yeah, so we're launching Zen Ventures, which is a consortium of VCs that will be funding startups in our ecosystem. We've seen this done successfully in other ecosystems like Polkadot and Avalanche and Solana. I'm not sure when we go live. I believe we're going live next month. Don't quote me on that. Maybe marketing knows. Lucy at marketing might know, but probably in the next month or 2, we'll go live, and at that point, we'll have a list of all the VCs that are participating.
Thank you. And the third and final question is, except from the partnerships, have you got any interest from individuals or dev groups looking to build on Zen?
Yeah, absolutely. So there have been a number of developers who have signed up for participating in our beta when it went live and for getting access to our software once it goes live. So there has been a lot of activity on the developer side. It's kind of pre-launch activity, right? So we're waiting for Zendu to go live, and I think once that happens, we can expect development and third-party development to really start to grow.
Awesome. Yeah, and also to remind everybody that we have HDE, which is our current platform where devs, individuals can participate and contribute to our ecosystem right now. We can paste the link right here for any new members that would like to check that out. So I guess that's it. Those were the top 3 questions. Thank you, Dean, so much for answering all of them. And thank you, everybody, for being here with us each and every week. We really, really appreciate your support. And I believe we're going to be seeing you all next Monday for the Horizen updates. Have a great week, everybody. Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Bye.